Hi, my name's Tom Whitehead. My website is Cuisine Thoughts, and today we're following up with that roast chicken I made. I'm going to show you how to do a quick sauce with it. So here's the chicken. Beautiful, it's resting now before I carve it. Here's the pan I did the chicken in, and I'm going to strain into another pan. Okay. This is our beautiful broth that we got from the chicken roasting. Now I'm going to heat it up, and this is the simplest way to do a sauce. We're going to just reduce it until it gets to the correct flavor that we like. We'll put some, at that point then we'll put some salt and pepper into it. If we want, we can put some butter on top of it, or maybe a little bit of cream. But the main thing is we want to see what the flavors are. Okay, so we're going to start. Has some flavor, not enough, so we're going to reduce it. Do not salt it at this time. By salting, and it reduces even more, the chances are that it'll get, well, not chances, I know it'll get too salty at the end, so do not salt it right now. You can put some herbs in if you have some fresh herbs. Throw those in right now, that'll work. We're trying to get more flavor. Flavor is the most important thing about a sauce. And I used to have a chef at Le Cordon Bleu, he was a British man, and he would always talk about flavor. We need to get more flavor. I always loved that. So I do that, I say that a lot. Flavor. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna use some butter near the end. So I've got some butter. And these, when you're at a restaurant, in the back, they have somebody in French restaurants that's called a saucier. And this is what the saucier does. The chef will yell out, he'll be at what's called the pass, and he will yell out when the new orders come in, and so people know what to expect, be ready for it. And one of the things he'll mention is what sauces are needed, or the saucier will already know what sauces are needed with each particular dish. So somebody might say, hey, we're having the chicken, the roast chicken, we need the sauce. So he'll start with just like this, and he'll do a reduction, a quick reduction on it. And it's important for you to taste it the whole way through. Because most people I've found think it's ready when it can be reduced even more, even more, even more. So let's see what we've got. A couple of ways that you can thicken this sauce if you wanted to thicken it. You can do what's called a beurre manière, which is where you take softened butter and you mix it with flour, make it into a paste, and you can add that piece by piece with a whisk if you get to the flavor you like, but it doesn't have a consistency that you want. The other thing you can do is you can make what's called a slurry. A slurry is where you take cornstarch, put it in a bowl, like a teaspoon of cornstarch in a bowl, and then you go ahead and put some of the sauce into that, make a slurry out of it, then you can put it back into your sauce, and it'll thicken it up. But for us, today, we're just trying to do a reduction sauce. And since this is a home stove, it doesn't have the power that a restaurant stove has. Power, I'm meaning the BTUs. But we'll get it there. Patience is one thing you need with sauces. Tasting all the time is very important with sauces. knowing how to add some different flavors in. If you feel that it's a little too sweet, you can put some vinegar in it. If you don't think, if you think it's needs more herbs, boom, put more herbs in it. You just whatever you as the cook want the final sauce to taste like. You again are in charge. You can add some mustard, soy. Soy is good to add. It's getting there. Now this isn't as complex as a sauce you might make from a big reduction of chicken stock. I'm going to show you how to do a chicken stock in one of my classes. But for right now, we're going to work with, we're going to obviously doing it the way I'm showing you. The reason I'm tasting it so much is I want you to see me tasting it this much, so you know how much you have to do to get the flavor that you want. And then the other thing is I believe this is salted butter. I usually don't use salted butter, but I am today because I had it left over. That's going to add salt to the sauce. So these are the things you have to remember. If you put salt in the sauce at the beginning, for some reason, when you did the chicken, when you first put the chicken in the oven, if some of the salt went in there then, and then you decide to make this and you put salt that's in the butter, that's more salt. And then if you end up at the end, you want to put a little even more salt in, you have to taste to know how much salt you're putting in. It's getting there. It's going to need salt. It's going to need pepper. I wish I had some herbs. I used all my herbs up, so I don't have any herbs. You can see it's getting thicker too. Sometimes, if you're in a real hurry, if you remember back from your science classes, that if I take this and I put it in a bigger pan, like this big, has more surface area, I can get it reduced even quicker. But for our purposes, I don't need to get it done quicker. Now we got some flavor. Good. At first, it's a little bland. You're going, what the hell? How am I going to make a sauce out of this? Just keep reducing, keep reducing. I've taught some classes where the students, I say, try it. They try it, they say, oh, it must be done. I said, nope, keep going. Tried it again. It's ready. Nope, keep going. So just keep going. You'll get a better, stronger flavor the more you wait. There we go. Let's put some pepper in. A little bit of salt. Just take some butter, put it in. Now you have the richness. Turn it off. Wow. Awesome. See how simple that was? I hope that frees you from any trepidation that you might have about making a pan sauce, because it's really simple. Don't put any salt in till the end, and just reduce and keep tasting. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Bon appetit.